All right, in today's video, I want to deal with a Bible contradiction. So if I go back to Deuteronomy chapter 11, Moses records that God is both blessings and cursings. If you do what God commands, you're blessed. If you don't do what he commands, you're cursed. A more modern way to say this is God rewards you if you're obedient, and if you're not obedient, he punishes you. But if we go and look at some writings of the Bible writer James, in James chapter 3, James says that that is not so when it comes to God. That God is not both blessings and cursings, that no spring can produce both fresh water and salt water. It makes sense, right? If we have a spring, it can only have one kind of water coming out of it. So I think what James is explaining here is that God is not a duality, reward and punishment. He's actually singular. And that makes sense because God is of the tree of life, which is singular. But Satan, he's of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, which is a duality. And if we look at the Bible writer Paul's writings, I believe it's 2 Corinthians chapter 11, he says that our minds were corrupted from the simplicity of Christ in the Garden of Eden. That word simplicity means singleness because Christ is from the tree of life. So which one is correct? Well, the tiebreaker is Jesus Christ. As John the Bible writer said, the law came by Moses, but grace and truth came by Jesus Christ. He also said, the one who God sent speaks the words of God. So, do we see the system of blessings and cursings or reward and punishment in Jesus' testimony in the four Gospels? No, we don't. Jesus said that God sends the rain on both the good and the evil, the unrighteous and the righteous. Moses said that those who are not obedient, God shuts up the rains in heaven, meaning rain will not fall. Jesus said that's not the case. Rain falls on both the good and the evil. Jesus never punished anybody. Jesus taught to love our enemies and to bless them that curse you, right? Jesus taught the singleness of the tree of life. Now, why would Moses teach the opposite? Well, remember that Satan corrupted our minds with the knowledge of good and evil, which is a duality. So is it possible that humanity thinks that God is both good and evil, or reward and punishment, or blessings and cursings? So I hope this helped. Love you all. We'll see you in the next video.